Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've numberless days to sing God's praise. And when we first begun, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Good morning and welcome to each and every one of you. Today we're here to celebrate the life of June Ann Duggan. And on behalf of Mark and Alison, I thank you for sharing this time here today to participate in this gathering to honour June's memory. For those who are live streaming, we welcome you as well. Sometimes it's difficult with COVID and with other things that we have in our lives to be able to come and participate, but we feel your love and thank you very much for sharing our day today. We come here with mixed emotions, both mourning the loss of June and remembering the life that we have all shared with her. You've all come here to support each other as you pause to remember a very special woman in your life. So today is really a time of coming together to say your final goodbyes to June and to remember what she meant to you personally. And I know that each of you have, in some way, played a part in June's life. So this celebration for June is for her, but it's also for each of you and you at home as we gather together to share this time with each other. Death in a number of ways unites us all, and June's death for a time demands that each one of us put aside our toil, our cares and our pleasures to unite ourselves with each one here who share in the common bond of love and friendship for June. It is at a time like this that we stop the onrush of life and pause for a little while and reflect. When we think about June's life, there is a lot to reflect upon. The way June lived her life, living for her family, is a clear message to pass on to you all to live a fuller and more meaningful life of your own. And because you all loved and respected her, her passing causes us to get our own set of values into the true perspective. We know for certain that we never lose the people that we love, even to death. June's life leaves an indelible imprint in your hearts and in your memories, and we find comfort in knowing that our lives have been enriched by sharing June's life and her love. Friends, I know that you would all agree that June has earned the love and the respect of not only her family, but all of those who surround her, and we know that June will be very, very sadly missed. Friends, I know that you've all got your own special memories of June, and I'd like to invite our son Mark to come and share his memories.
Thank you all for coming today. On behalf of my sister Alison, partner Russell, grandchildren Sarah and Ewan, myself, and her grandson Stephen, I welcome you all. As we gather here today to remember the great mum's life, let's bid her farewell as we mourn the loss of a lively, dignified woman, a woman that brought joy and fun and laughter to many, and whose legacy will live on forever. I'm incredibly grateful and happy that I can stand here today and tell you that I have had a wonderful life with my mum. I have been blessed to have had June as my mum. To say I love my mum would be an understatement, and to say I'm going to miss her would be an even greater understatement. Mum was born in Whitechapel, England on the 22nd of August 1930. She was an only child, the loving daughter of Annie and James Vincent. Mum was a mother. She married our dad Colin on September 1957 and had 2 children, myself and my sister Alison. We all hold fond memories of Mum forever. From an early age I can remember that things we used to do, visiting family, going to London for the museums and the zoo, holidays and our wonderful trips away with family. We moved as a family to Australia in 1973. Part of the reason for moving was for a better education for Alison and myself. Mum worked at Arnott's factory for a short while before we moved to Compton, where we resided for several years. My parents built a wonderful life with many happy memories for my sister and myself. Mum was proud of her home that she made. She was an avid reader and loved romance novels and would visit the library every week to borrow new books. She doted on my sister and myself. Her house was immaculate, and there was always a meal on the table for the family, and she loved to have family around. She loved her cats. She had several over the number of years that she had cats. She had great friendship with Auntie Rose. They were only a few years apart in age, but they were like sisters. Mum became very independent over the years and loved her shopping days every week. She loved to try new products from the supermarkets. Her fruit and assortment of lollies. I guess that's where Alison and myself get our sweet tooth from. Mum lived alone for the last 20 odd years of her life. She was happy to be independent after so many years looking after the family. She had a small fire in her house in 1990 on her 90th birthday. In 2020 on her 90th birthday. Mum was moved into a nursing home. She wasn't the happiest person there because she had lost her independence. She was looked after and cared for. My mum was a true mother. A wonderful mother. A loving mother. I'll miss her dearly. Rest in peace, Mum. Thank you very much.
Mark, it's the most difficult thing is to speak about someone that you love. And I know that you were worried about public speaking, but it came from the heart. And I tell you that she would be very proud of you today, and we thank you for your efforts. Friends, I know that you've all got your own special memories of June, and please allow this to be an opportunity to remind yourselves of the wonderful times that you've shared with her that puts a big smile in your heart.
Sogno all'orizzonte mancano le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei tu con me su le finestre mostrar tutto il mio cuore che è acceso. Chiudi dentro me la luce che ho incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. It's time to say goodbye.
Quando sei lontana sogno all'orizzonte e manca le parole. E io sì lo so che sei con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Mio sole, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. Con te io li rivivrò, con te partirò
What a wonderfully elegant woman. And beautiful memories, those old photos. They just touch your heart, don't they? Friends, a verse has been chosen to share with you today which depicts the love and respect that you have for June. And it could be the words that she would be saying to you today. And it's titled A Letter from Heaven. To my dearest family, some things I'd like to say. First of all, to let you know that I've arrived okay. I'm writing this from heaven where I dwell with God above, where there's no more tears or sadness, there's just eternal love. And please don't be unhappy just because I'm out of sight. Remember that I'm with you every morning, noon and night. And don't be afraid to cry, it does relieve the pain. Remember there's no flowers unless there is some rain. And to my many friends, trust that God knows what is best. I'm still not far away from you, I'm just beyond the crest. There are rocky times ahead of you and many hills to climb, but together we can do it, taking one day at a time. And when you're walking down the street and you've got me on your mind, I'm walking in your footsteps, only half a step behind. And when you feel that gentle breeze or the wind upon your face, it's me giving you a great big hug or just a soft embrace. And when it's time for you to go from that body to be free, remember you're not going, you're coming here to me. Friends, June was described to me by Mark as Mum, a woman who went out of her way to please her family, a dedicated wife and mother, spending half her time in the kitchen, going out of her way, making sure that every meal was prepared well for everyone to eat. As mentioned by Mark, family was her social life. June loved having family over, making a fuss, make sure that you were all happy. As mentioned before, she loved to shop. She also loved her cats, making sure that she went to the markets to buy fish for them all the time. June did struggle with the change of moving from England to Australia, but made the best of her time with Auntie Rose and Uncle Sid. And as Mark mentioned, Auntie Rose and June were very close in age, so they were like sisters. June's mother taught her sewing, and June enjoyed sewing throughout her life. She also enjoyed reading, and as Mark said, really enjoyed her romance novels. Frequenting the local libraries and purchasing books as well. Later in life, June became quite independent and was a woman who enjoyed staying at home. But the main thing that came to the fore while chatting with Mark was June's love of family and making sure that they were happy. Mark and June's family wish to acknowledge and thank the staff at the Jeffress Hostel at Albury Downer for their care and compassion towards June and her family while in her care, or while in their care. Friends, there's grief and hurt because you have lost this beautiful lady. Please remember that that pain is there because June has touched your hearts, and for that you are really privileged. Your own personal memories of June will have come to the surface more strongly because of her passing, and while these memories remain in your heart, so June will be with you. Friends, as we prepare to say goodbye to June, we acknowledge the special people in her life. Mark and his son Stephen, Alison and Russell, children Sarah and Ewan. And the pain in your heart can be lightened just a little, knowing that June is now reunited with her husband Colin. To quote beautiful words said, a life that touches the hearts of others lives forever. June loved and inspired people. She passed a part of herself to each of you, and therefore there is a part of her in all of you. And if there were more Junes in this world, this earth would be a far, far better place. Friends, it is a comfort to Mark and Alison to know that they're surrounded by so much love and kind thoughts of friends and family who join with them to reflect and pay respects to June. An invitation is extended to each and every one of you to join them for refreshments directly after our celebration here for June, and this will be held at the tea rooms on the other side of the car park here in the grounds of Mackay Family Funerals. Friends, for all that are able, would you please stand for our farewell? Would you please share with me in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Friends, we have reached the time of our farewell for June, and tenderly and lovingly we commit the body of June and Duggan to nature's keeping. We give thanks for June's life, and we remember with gratitude June's deep love of family and of life itself. We're grateful for the life that has been lived and for all that June's life has meant to each of us. We're glad that we saw June smile and felt the love in her heart. We cherish the memory of June's words, her deeds and her character. We cherish June's friendship, but most of all, her love. And June's memory will remain in each of your hearts and yours at home forever. Friends, I ask you please to leave our celebration for June today with happy hearts and happy memories, as we all know that June wouldn't want you to leave here with sadness today, just joy in her memory.